Welcome to today's Workwell Command Center video tutorial. I'm Bob, I'm from Workwell Software, and I'll be presenting a services tutorial to help you to get more familiar with the Workwell Command Center. Thanks for joining me. We'll start by heading over to the Services tabular view that's available under the Admin menu. And since it's in the Admin menu, you must have admin privileges to get to it. As you can see, we have 8 services set up for our company. And because this is a tabular view, we have a lot of built-in features available for managing it. For example, we can fix up the column widths. The columns are all nicely spaced now. We can sort or filter based on any column. So, for example, we'll sort based on the price column. We can sort on any of the other columns. And we can also filter on any columns by entering keywords within the fields at the top of each column. And we present the services in 2 views. So the view that we're looking at here is the overview of what is set up for each of the services. If we click on Show Sales, what we're looking at now is an overview of how these services are doing as far as contributing to your business success. So we can see the total revenue per business, per service, total number of times the service is sold, and so forth. Okay, so we'll go back to the other view. This main view of services provides just an overview of each of the service. So we can see that a service has a name, it has a price, a pricing model, so we can choose to price based on the job or the service itself, or the duration of the service, the area of the work, or cost plus. We can see the margin that's computed based on the price and the labor and fixed costs, and we can see an estimate for the duration. And optionally, you can enter a description for the service. And we can edit the service by clicking on the number in the ID column, which brings up the Modify Service form. So we can see all the fields necessary to fully define the service. Okay, so let's create a new service. We do that by clicking on the plus sign, and we get the Add a New Service form. So we'll create a service that we'll just call carpet cleaning. And we'll price this by area. So under the Price By menu, we'll select per square feet. And since we're pricing by square foot, a key thing for you to enter is the price per square foot. So we'll enter 50 cents per square foot, and we'll enter a typical area of 300 square feet. This value will be changed when you actually use the service within a job. So this is just a placeholder for a typical size job. So we also need to enter cost. So let's enter a typical fixed cost of $15 per job and typical hourly labor costs of, say, $20 per hour. So these other fields calculate what your margin and total costs are. So we see that total cost of $57 and a job price of $150 gives you a margin of 62%, which is probably pretty good. So you're encouraged to play around with these numbers to determine a price that not only works for your customer, but is profitable for your business. So when you actually use this service, when you create a job, you'll be able to fine-tune these numbers further. After all, a service sold to one customer might be priced a little bit differently than for another customer because the circumstances of the job may be different. Okay, so I'll save this new service. And keep in mind, if you have any questions on how to create a service, click the question mark, and you'll get a series of frequently asked questions to help you out. And one more thing, you notice there are duration and setup fields. These are used to define approximately how long it takes to complete a service. So when you add this service to a job, the scheduling is somewhat automatic. When you assign a start time for a job, the end time can be automatically computed based on these durations. So we'll save this new service. We see that it appears as a row at the bottom of the table. So when we create a carpet cleaning job, We assign this service to the job, enter a square footage, and the pricing is automatically calculated. In the next video, we'll go over an example of creating a job that uses some of these services.